Johnny Be Good is taking over the World Cup. It has only been a couple of games, but already the 24-year-old is making a bid to be the star of the tournament. If his kicking stays true, there will be no stopping the English. You can't help but love the island flair brought to the pitch by the Samoans. But this squad has the look of more than just a sideshow. With bruising power and surprising speed, the Samoans are making some noise about reaching the quarters. Dockland Stadium in Melbourne. Can Samoa rise to the occasion and pull the big upset in Pool C? Can't promise a drama of the game that we just saw with Ireland squeaking past Argentina, but we expect a pretty competitive contest. England so far has been the class of Pool C, but Samoa is a team that now, as we mentioned just before the break, their tournament is just beginning, so we should see the best of the Samoans so far today. Yeah, certainly that's reflected by their selection. They're treating this as a game they want to put all their resources into, so they're not holding anything back. They're putting out their starting 15, so I think we'll see a good performance from them. England has been cruising in this tournament, led by, as you saw in the opening, Johnny Wilkinson. They're 2-0 and really have not been tested yet. That will come, whether it comes in the pool play or in the round robin, but eventually they're going to be pushed. Yeah, this man, Johnny Wilkinson, will go on to be an even greater legend than he already is in the whole game of rugby. Now he's just a legend really in England, but he's just outstanding. He can step off, left foot, right foot, kick with either foot, devastating tackler as well. This man is the full package. He would start for any team in the world of rugby, and he's crucial for England. They are ranked #1 in the world, and here's 3 others to keep an eye on today. Well, Jason Leonard will be wearing the #1 jersey, and he should have a couple zeros after that because he's only a 3rd player to get more than 100 caps for his country. The longevity of the man is incredible. Stuart Abbott, the South African-born, is making a start for England today, coming into the England squad. And Jason Robinson, Mr. Twinkle Toes, will be wearing the #15 jersey, a very exciting player with ball in hand. Samoa has been to 3 previous World Cups, 3 of the 4 played, and they have gone to the quarterfinals in each of them. They will need a victory over South Africa after this game with England to make that streak at 4 straight. Oh, yes, definitely. And it's a doable thing for the Samoans. It's not out of the realm of possibilities that we see Samoa in the quarterfinals, particularly with some of the play they've been showing us so far in this World Cup. That's Simo Satiti, their captain. He's really been leading from the front. Very direct player, great feet, great handling, and a powerful tackler. All the things that are the hallmarks of the Samoan game. And it is the island flair that we talk so much about, and here's 3 players to keep an eye on. Their open side flanker, Maurice Fa'asavalu, has been outstanding this tournament. Lots of range in his play. Stephen Soyalu at scrum half has also been a very tenacious player for them. And Tanner Veely has initiated a lot of their attack from the back whenever the ball is kicked to the Samoans. So here's what's at stake in Pool C right now. Samoa actually leads, and England, the #1 team in the world, sits 3rd. But we saw this with Australia the other day, a matter of getting through the 3rd game. They will be on top of the pool more than likely, at least if Mr. Woodward has his way.
They're certainly going to check the ball all around the place, and we've got to be up to our best defensively. You know, we're the only team yet to concede a try, and that will be the goal going into this game. I'll tell you that. You know, we can talk about England's attacking game, but our #1 priority will be try and concede no tries against the Samoans, and that's going to take all 15 players.
Well, you hear from Clive Woodward has not taken this game lightly by any means, and you never can when you play one of the island nations. Certainly an interesting clash with the team from north of the equator, which has never won the World Cup, against a team from below the equator where all the championships have come from. Yeah, that's right. And Samoans will definitely be putting their hand up and saying, yes, we are from the Southern Hemisphere, so we want to be in the quarterfinals, in the playoff rounds, and maybe even move up even further than they have, just a quarterfinal status. Yeah, so we look forward to this one. 2nd game of 2 this morning on Sportsnet. Should be another entertaining affair. Ireland with a 1-point win to open, and let's see what England and Samoa produce when we come back on Sportsnet. It's the World Cup of Rugby. Ready to go. England watch that, and now we'll try to run their way through that Samoan team.
Oh, yeah, they're all business. Number 4, the England captain there, one of the hardest men in international rugby. He'll just look at that and take the challenge. Martin Johnson, he's assisted by the vice-captain, Johnny Wilkinson. Huge, as we said, for them with his boot.
Samoa's lineup looks like this as they prepare for the 2 big games in the tournament that they will play.
The veteran Brian Lima returns to the World Cup, playing at inside center. He's moved out from the wing into the centers, and of course they'll be led by their number 8, Simo Satiti.
Nigel Starmer-Smith and Steve Smith have the call, and when they're done with it, we'll see you at halftime with highlights and a Maple Leaf moment.
Key element for England tonight. What are you looking to see most of all, apart from the win?
Get the ball, control it, feed it to the backs at the right time, and let's hope they can go up a cog and get running as smoothly as we know they can.
Martin Johnson waits. Elva, smallest man in the World Cup. Goes for Wellington. It's been seen, of course, Worcester, Richmond Lakila, referee. Jonathan Kaplan from South Africa. Lawrence Dallaglio for England, first of all. Matt Dawson, fit again. Wilkinson. Driven up by Tyndall. Good work, White. Dawson. Watch for the tackling, closing them down fast. England retain control, retain possession, but just a knock on.
Good start, spoilt at the end. Something England cannot afford to do is throw the ball away in the tackle.
First start for Julian White, tight head on this near side. Julian White now, Leicester of course, Regan, Leonard. Stephen Soaiola, brother Rodney in the New Zealand squad, powerful number 8. This is the Samoan scrum. That's another debutant, taken on by Faasavalu. Good ball. Va'a, mismove. Fanaleur. Terry Fanaleur. Once more Va'a. Now the big second row, Palapoi. Well, they're not going to be frightened to take it to England, and they've won a penalty.
Fear is a word they don't know, Nigel. I think they thought they were in for an easy game. I think they're no different now. Strong, hard running of Lima right up the middle. And from this it was that England stepped offside, spotted by the referee. First chance to Samoa.
It's about 5 metres in from touch, near side. There's Jonathan Kaplan. I haven't nominated the choice yet, but I'm sure he'll go for goal. Just very casual about it. Satiti finally beckons to the post. And here's Elva.
Chat. No doubt he's going to kick for goal though.
Martin Johnson on duty again. Always puts his body on the line. Selfless in his efforts for England. My word, how effective. Played all 6 in 95, all 5 in 99, all 3 so far for England. And it seems to get better with age somehow. But a little nervous moment for England here. This is Elva, who's within 18 points of the highest total ever by a Samoan player in international rugby. 31 now, but great servant of his country. Not even more noise when the sound reverberates through the closed roof around the stadium as this goes over. Robert Thomas, Samoan support. Struck that well. Absolutely perfect.
He's cool, isn't he? He's having a very good World Cup. One of the many Samoans who travel around the world plying their trade. He's a good little player.
Yes, in England, in Italy, in New Zealand, Wellington born. Well, 27 points in his first 2 games. A nice opening for Samoa. Less than 4 minutes played. Samoa 3, England 0 here in Melbourne. Soala to Va'a, Bencher as well, Tangi Thakibao. to full-back Vili. And that winger, Tangin Thakimbao, is someone to keep an eye on. Scored in every test he's played of the first 3 of his career. Great sevens player, they'll try and use him. At the moment, though, they're in a bit of bother. It's Tomuli in front of his own post. Scrambled away, though, to Vili. Men out wide, great hands. Superb from Paasavalu. Kept in play. England having to scurry back, taken on by Polos. They're not daunted, they're not overawed. The men in blue here. Fanalua taken on, that's a prop, Leila Manua. Good cover from England, it needs to be. And once more, Va'a. That's Vili, the full-back, and Sititi, Samoan captain. Good sequence of possession, they've taken the game 60 metres upfield. Terry Fanalua again, there's the prop, Leila Manua, taken on by Meredith. Good running, this is Fa'atau, covered by Cohen, covering for England. Deep inside England's 22, men over on the left here. Fanalua does a good pass, away with Paasavalu. This is Sititi, the number 8, to score the try. What an opening by Samoa, absolutely out of the top drawer, brilliant.
Well, you will not see many better tries than that, Nigel, for the rest of this tournament. It started in the Samoan 22. It went across the park, I don't know, 4 or 5 times. Forwards and backs handling with great skill. England defence truly stretched. And here, the final breakthrough. England still there. Wilkinson from the last tackle, but they've got men over now. England have run out of men. They've only got to move it wide. Sititi it is who claims the glory. But every one of those Samoans took a hand in that wonderful score.
Well, as Steve Smith said, you'll not see better than this. The handling was supreme. The vision too. I think Fanalua's pass that spread it as wide as they could. Sititi scores the first try against England in this World Cup. And their own 17th.
Wilder, the very detailed England defensive coach, didn't really work that one out on the chalkboard. Starting from your own 22. That was fantastic rugby.
The whole sequence, wasn't it? From deep in their own 22 to the try at the other end, a classic. 8-0. 7 minutes on the clock. And with this kick from Elva'a, it could become 10. Absolutely spot perfect. Well, they haven't put a foot wrong, Steve.
Well, the team is as cool as the goal kicker. You know, any other team in the world there, trapped in their own 22 against England, would have just kicked the ball out. Not these guys. This is the end of a wonderful movement. And the captain, he deserves it.
Simo Sititi, I think the boarders are grateful they've taken him on board in their squad. Fa'asavalu. And the handling was brilliant. We had prop forwards involved in that. This is Sititi again and again, the adventures and big tackles coming in. That time Stuart Abbott up well with Mike Tyndall. I think it was Tyndall who put the big one in. But England are shorn of possession so far. And what heart that opening 8 minutes will give to Samoa.
Basically, Nigel, England had the ball once and lost it in the turnover. I can't remember Samoa turning one over yet.
They have the penalty inside their 22, and Sititi just discussing with Elva'a. Well, I should think there's some pretty white faces to match the white shirts in the crowd here at the moment. Certainly it will, well, they're going to be concentrating anyway, but England now know they've got to focus, take nothing for granted. I'm sure they weren't. It was just outstanding play from Samoa. Palapoi, now of the Curry Club in Scotland. You'll know him down in Exeter, formerly with Chiefs. Samoa. Elva'a, all the way through there.